and sporting interests, and more time with his wife Deb and son Christopher. Now, therefore, be it hereby ordered and resolved that this Board of Supervisors commends Michael Youngdahl for his faithful and distinguished service to the citizens of Santa Barbara County, congratulates him upon his retirement from county service, and wishes him and his family many years of good health and happiness. Passed and adopted today.
That's what beloved looks like. Now we get to see you demonstrate this conversational, charismatic style.
Right, little high bar to live up to.
Madam Chair, members of the board, I'll just give a quick introduction to Mike. On behalf of the Office of County Counsel, I do want to thank him for his 30 years of service with County Counsel. As you've heard, Mike is an exceptional litigator, and the county was very fortunate to have him as our advocate. I especially want to thank Mike for his work over the past few years, mentoring our litigators and ensuring a smooth transition upon his retirement. So just on behalf of the office and the county, I want to thank you and congratulate you.
Thank you. I appreciate that. I just have a few words that I'll try and say in a conversational style. So first of all, thank you, board. Actually, the present board, I thank the past boards. I've been here a long time. I thank Rachel, thank you. Supervisor, CEO, colleagues, everybody. I mean, it's been a great ride, I have to say. It's just been fantastic. I started in private practice too long ago at this point. It feels like another lifetime. I ended up finding my niche here. Really lucky. I feel like it's been a privilege. It sounds trite, but a privilege and an honor to be a public servant. My family, they were all public servants. I sort of followed in the line, kind of fell into it. And boy, it's been fantastic. I said I felt lucky. Something I really want to say about the people I've worked with. This, I think, is the best law firm, bar none, private, public, you name it, from Los Angeles to San Francisco. This county has been very lucky to have those people, and the people I've worked with for all these years. So I just want to make sure that you understand, supervisors, how lucky we all are. I mean, I felt so fortunate to be a public servant and to be serving. I mean, when I say serve, I mean, I really mean, it sounds kind of amorphous, but I felt like I was serving people and the place. And I know these people feel the same way. So now here I am. It's unbelievable. 30 years. So I know I'm going on a little bit, but I got to just say 30, they're laughing because this is me. So 30 years it doesn't sound, it's hard to put it in perspective. And I was trying to think about it first, like, oh yeah, whatever. Then I realized, well, I started when I was 32. I went, well, 30 years, 30, go back 30, that means I'd be 2 if I had gone 30 years back. So it just sort of gives you an idea. I mean, this is almost half my life. It's kind of amazing to be standing here. And what's also odd is just about 30 years ago, my dad retired. And I was standing in a supervisor's room. He was a DA, 25 years. So I was standing there making a speech about my dad. So, and now here I am. It's an interesting feeling when you get there. That's for sure. So now, what am I going to do, right? Well, one thing I'm going to do is I am going to feed my addiction. The sports that was mentioned. And the other thing, I mean, this again, it sounds trite, but I am going to spend time with my family, because one of the things, I mean, this is a demanding job. I mean, all of these jobs are demanding. This particular one that I happen to choose is very demanding. I've got an 82-year-old mom I'm going to spend time with. She's in LA. I have a 12-year-old son. So I'm going to spend a lot of time. Supervisor, we were together at a Little League game. Actually, it wasn't a game, but it was a big ceremony. To be spending time with that. And finally, last but not least, time with my wife, finally. So thank you so much. I really appreciate it. And again, thanks to everybody. It's been great.
We wish you well. Madam Clerk, turning to administrative item number 46.
Chair Hartman and members of the board, administrative item number 46 is sponsored by Supervisor Nelson. It is to adopt a resolution of commendation honoring Lieutenant Brian Olmsted upon his retirement from the Sheriff's Office after over 32 years of faithful and distinguished service to the citizens of Santa Barbara County. And joining us at the podium today in person, we have Brian Olmsted and Sheriff Bill Brown. And it looks like our Fire Chief Hartwig is also joining us today. I'll go ahead and read the resolution into the record. Whereas Brian Olmsted retired from county service on Thursday, March 31st, 2022, having faithfully served the Sheriff's Office for over 32 years as a Sheriff's Deputy, Detective, Sergeant, and Lieutenant. And whereas Brian Olmsted started his career with Santa Barbara County on February 26, 1990, and throughout his 32 years of service, he worked in a variety of capacities, including as a patrol deputy, gang enforcement deputy, narcotics detective, and major crimes detective. In 2001, he promoted to the rank of sergeant and supervised patrol, the Civil Bureau, and the Training Bureau. In 2007, he promoted to the rank of lieutenant and went on to manage the Isla Vista Foot Patrol Station, Civil Bureau, Training Bureau, Santa Maria Station, Special Investigations Bureau, and the Sheriff's Fire Air Support Unit. And whereas Brian Olmsted, in addition to his primary assignments, was also a member of the Sheriff's Dive Team, Mobile Field Force Coordinator, Administrative Investigation Team, Law Enforcement Mutual Aid Coordinator, Office of Emergency Management Liaison, and member of the Santa Barbara County Type 3 Incident Management Team. And whereas Brian Olmsted provided expertise, passion, and leadership in law enforcement and emergency management to the citizens of Santa Barbara County, the Sheriff's Office, and all emergency services, contributing greatly to the overall professionalism and the goals of Santa Barbara County Sheriff's Office, as well as the objectives of the county. Now, therefore, let it be hereby ordered and resolved that this Board of Supervisors commends Brian Olmsted for his faithful and distinguished service to the citizens of Santa Barbara County, congratulates him upon his retirement, and wishes him and his wife Alice continued good health and many years of happiness, passed and adopted today.
Well, Madam Chair and members of the board, I'm here on behalf of all the men and women at the Sheriff's Office to bid Brian farewell. You've heard just now what a distinguished career he has had with the Sheriff's Office. We really could use him as a poster child for what the Sheriff's Office offers. The breadth and the depth of the responsibility that our organization has is really 75% of it was just read to you in terms of what this man to my right has done throughout his career. He served honorably and well. He is going to be missed. His assignments, as you heard, were very varied, and I'm pleased to say that we are going to keep him on the books as an extra help employee, as a type 3 manager, and in case we have any additional incidents in the past, his expertise is just too good to pass up at this point and say goodbye to completely. But I've asked Fire Chief Mark Hartwig to come up here with me as well and to say a few words, because Brian's final assignment was in charge of the Air Support Unit, which is a joint venture between the Sheriff's Office and the Fire Department. And it is like several of the other collaborative efforts that we have with other agencies throughout the county, both in county government and outside of county government. It's a shining example of how the whole can be greater than the sum of the parts. It is really an example of how a medium-sized county like ours is able to have aviation assets that are available for a broad array of emergency responses, everything from law enforcement to medical evacuation, to search and rescue, and to firefighting, aerial firefighting as well. It is a full service air support unit. And the only reason that it's a full service air support unit is because it's a joint air support unit. It is a bargain in terms of the cost effectiveness for the people of this county. And it has really been this shining example. The motto, the Latin motto of the air support unit is Simul nous succidons, which in Latin means together we succeed. And I'd like to thank Brian for his leadership in the role of the air support lieutenant and in bringing everybody together to work in harmony and to work in such a way that we have succeeded in saving many lives, in apprehending many suspects, in evacuating many injured people, in rescuing many lost people in the wilderness, and in taming and extinguishing fires that have threatened our county. All of that as a result of his efforts and what he has done. So we thank you, Brian, for all that you have done. We wish you well in all of your future endeavors. And again, on behalf of all of us, I say Godspeed.
Thank you, Sheriff. Madam Chair and members of the board, if I could just be very quick. On behalf of a very thankful fire organization, you're as close to a firefighter as a cop should be. In fact, your brother is a firefighter. Three words come to mind when I talk to staff about Lieutenant Olmsted. Compassion, consistency, and calmness. And in the very high-risk environment that we operate in jointly, on both the air support unit, where your leadership has been outstanding, and the Type 3 incident management team, thank you. Thank you for your service, and thank you more than anything, I think, for your service to the community of this great county. Thank you.
Well, thanks. 32 years, it's been an honor. I was 20 years old when I got hired, and it's been an unbelievable ride, unbelievable career. It's been an honor to serve the residents of Santa Barbara County. I sort of fell into this job, and it's been unbelievable since. Seen a couple bad things, a lot of great things, and I wouldn't have it any other way. When I look at all the different jobs I've done, all the people I've worked with, I've been lucky to not just work with the fire department and obviously the sheriff's office, but just people across all my positions. I've been able to work with all the county employees, the different county departments, and it's just an unbelievable group of people. They're professional, and all they want to do is get the job done, and they want to solve problems. And I think that's what the residents of the county deserve, and that's what they get. We have our hiccups on the way, but it's a really professional group, and it's truly
profesional, y ha sido un honor trabajar con todas las personas del condado. Hay demasiada gente para agradecerles. Yo no hubiera podido hacer nada solo, y es por la gente con la cual trabajé que yo he podido tener esta carrera. Así que les debo a todos y a cada uno lo que ha tenido un impacto en mi carrera, y les digo gracias. Por supuesto, el sheriff Brown me ha dado muchas oportunidades, y también la oportunidad de trabajar con el departamento de bomberos. Mi padre también era bombero, mi hermano también, así que yo creo, una parte de mí es bombero. He tenido una buena relación con ellos. Así, yo confío en ellos como mi hermano. Al directorio, gracias. Gracias cada uno de ustedes, cada uno de los 5 me ha apoyado a mí en momentos todos diferentes, lo aprecio mucho. He tenido suerte de servir en comunidades y en grupos con ustedes, y todos tienen las mejores intenciones para el condado. Y por último, yo no creí que iba a hablar tanto como el abogado anterior, pero una de las últimas cosas que quería mencionar es gracias a mi familia, a mi esposa Alice, hace 30 años que estamos casados, a mi hijo Colin, han estado conmigo todo el tiempo. Y estando en la seguridad, uno pierde a veces vacaciones, uno se pierde algunas fiestas de Halloween, todas las caminatas del Trick or Treat, pero siempre me han apoyado todo el tiempo. Así que les doy gracias por todos esos tiempos. El trabajo de seguridad, de policía, puede ser muchas cosas y pierde muchos eventos familiares, pero la seguridad va uno a la academia, se entrena y revisa las cosas. No es que está inmune, pero hay entrenamiento donde las esposas y las familias viven también esa vida y lo apoyan. La policía son esas profesiones que si algo sucede en la costa este, o en el noreste, o aquí, nos afecta a todas las policías. Y la gente a veces no se da cuenta cómo esto afecta a los esposos y a los miembros de la familia. Y por último, gracias a mi esposa y a mi hijo Colin, y a todos los esposos o esposas que realmente son la médula de la policía. Y gracias, espero verlos pronto. Gracias. ¿Puedo tomar una historia pequeña, rápida de Brian? Él dice que vio muchas cosas